guys, today we're going to be changing the thermostat on my 1991 Camaro. This is a 305. As far as tools, you're going to go ahead and need a 9/16 socket and a torque wrench. I also have a razor and a buffer wheel hooked up to my air compressor. I have that because once I go ahead and pull this off, I'm going to clean it to make sure when I put this new gasket on that it'll set nice and flush and I'll have a tight seal. So let's go ahead and get started. Before you take this off, you're going to want to drain your coolant system. Before I did this, I made a video flushing my system, so mine is already empty. If you don't know, you can go ahead and remove your bottom hose, or there's a little screw on the bottom, the back side of your radiator, and you can just twist that off and drain it. That way when you take this off, it won't go spewing everywhere. Once you remove the top off, it'll expose the thermostat. It comes up pretty easy. You can just go ahead and pull it up. There's an old gasket on there that usually gets stuck to the top. You can take that right off too. As you can see, the thermostat's pretty damaged, which is why I was having problems with it overheating. The new one looks a whole lot better, obviously, not smashed in, shiny. Before we go ahead and put that in, we are going to have to put a new gasket on it. So as I mentioned earlier, I have a razor and a buffer wheel. So we're gonna go ahead and clean up the bottom of this, and then we're gonna clean this before we put it all back together. Now that the surfaces are clean, we can take our new thermostat and it'll set just right in there. As far as the gasket goes, there is a white side on it usually. You peel that off, it reveals a sticky side. And it'll go ahead and seat right on there just like that. Now that that's there, we can set this back on and put the bolts in. Now this does call for a torque spec. So we have our torque wrench, our 9/16 socket. We need 35 foot-pounds.